Good evening, everyone. Well, it's good evening for me right now. This will be going up in the afternoon. Um, a little bit of a weird one. I'm feeling uber sick right now. Hence no camera. But I also really wanted to try the Sunday Wordle as well, or not Wordle, Nerdle, as well as the Cross Nerdle, which is supposed to be like the hard one, right? Is elite difficult. Um, and so I have no clue what. But either way, I want to give it a shot, see how we can do. And Yeah, so just doing a little recording, gonna try to knock out both these, and then I am gonna go back to bed and I'm gonna try not to throw up. I've got a Sprite with me, so that should hopefully at least help my stomach calm down. Um, and then we're gonna go from there. So let's start with three. Um, Times 2 is 6. Um, Plus 6, or plus 8 equals 14. All right, so then I know that. Try this. So move it over there. See if we got a single digit, because we're either a single or triple digit, right? And then let's just try 15 divided by 3 is going to be 5. Uh, hmm. What do we want to do for this? Could be. Hmm. Let's do this. Let's get a little more data, actually, I think. First things first, data. Uh, so let's do 19 to 21. 9 minus 7 is, well, let's do 9 minus 6 is 3, divided by 3 is going to be 1. Oh, no, how do I want to do this one? I like to try and get the last numbers in there and at least get a divide and a multiplication. So let's try uh, 30 divided by 3 is going to be 10. Minus 9 equals 1. All right, we got some numbers. Still missing a few, but at least we're starting to get it. And we know the only sign is going to be a 0, or is going to be a minus. So we got 3 minus equals. We know it's not 1. So either 5, 6, or 7. And then we know 1 is going to be somewhere amongst here. So what if we did 13 minus 3? Let's see, that's going to be 10. So no, it can't be 9. What if we did that? Okay. So let's try. Oh, I know what 7's going to be. So what if we did 17 minus 3 is what, 14 minus 6 is going to be 8. It can't be 8. What if we did 16 minus 3 is 13? That would make it a 6. Hey, look at that. A little bit of simple math. Not too bad on this one, thankfully. All right, once we knew once we knew that 7 had to be somewhere, and then 17 minus everything else wouldn't have worked out. That's too bad. I think this one was probably still. I don't think Nerdle changes difficulty. Um, so not too surprising there. But now let's try this one, the elite level cross Nerdle. So I do know. As always, we start with the basics. Of getting all of our equal signs in. And there are a lot of big dudes. And a lot of open spaces. But okay, I think the mouse out of the way. All right, I think we are good to go. So, boy, there isn't a lot to go on here. I know at the end of the day, this has to equal 64. Now this one has to be 6, so that has to be 2 plus 4 equals 6. And then let's see. Do we have any other Not really. Ooh, okay. I guess the only one for this, really, this one has to be 9 minus 9 equals 0, right? Because if it can't be anything less than 9, since it only equals a single digit. I know this is going to be 30. Uh, This is minus a single digit. What is our easiest one to kind of try and solve right? We just start throwing numbers in. I think it might be this one. We know what the actual end answer. So oh, but this could also be could be that. Which we That's all we know for sure, right? Is 9 something 9 equals either 0 or 1. So what would be 8 times what? Feel like that's got to be a time because at the very least we know that that one has to be a times because even if this was like a 99, there's no way to get to the 84. So would 94 do it? What else? 6, so be what? 6, 12, 18, 24. So I think that one's gonna do it, right? Um, uh, that would be 24, and then 9 times 6 is 54. So no, that'd be 564. That doesn't work. Um, so what else is there? 24, 30, 36. What is it? What's 7 times 6? 7 times 6 is that 54, right? No, is that 56? 42. My brain's not working right now. What a great night to try and do the hard one. Um hmm. So let's see here. Um mhm. What would it be? Something 84. I guess no, that has to be that's the only way to solve that. Um 91 wouldn't work. 2 wouldn't work. 93 wouldn't work. 94 sounds like it would work, right? But it doesn't. Um, and 96 isn't gonna work. 7 is not gonna work. Like 97 is like so. Means that 98 is gonna be way above it. So, hmm. What could you be? Hmm. Gotta be the only one that makes. There's otherwise it's like two. It's like 2 equals 40, 426 or some shit. Hmm. This is fucking difficult. Hmm. All right, let's try this. Um, what if we did here? brain's not working. Let's just start plugging some stuff in. Plug and chug and see where we go. So if we did, let's see, whatever it is times 4 has to be single digits. So I think I want this to end in 1, right? So I did 42 divided by 42 divided by 21 is going to be 2, right? And then would that make this an 8 down there? I think if my basic brain is like doing anything, that should work. And then at the end of the day, this is going to be just a big old 8 equals 8. So this could be like plus 2, because whatever is going to happen here. So let's see. We made that an 8. This 16. No, that's not gonna. I think that's got to be an 8 there. And then we did like minus. Let's see. 8 minus 1 is 7, plus 8 divided by 8, which is 1. Those two cancel each other out, and so we just get 8 equals 8. Okay, that means 1 here. Times u is going to equal 70 something. So 14 times what equals 70? Or 14 times 20 something? That's going to be way. Right? This has to be then a plus. So what if we made this maybe like a 4 and made that something bigger than 7? That would be something like 8 times 4, 32. Hope we did that. So 8 times 8 is 64. Divided by 1. That would be a minus. That wouldn't work. Oh. This is a tricksy one. Because 8 times 8 is 64, but then this won't work because no matter what we put in, so what if we did 9? And that would have to be, that's 72. Minus 8. Oh, but no, that's not going to work because this is 8 times 8 then. It's still 8 divided by 8 first. Shiza. Little Shiza Manelli over. Like the only one I feel even semi comfortable about is my top row, where this starts as an 8 over here. That dividing sign really, really hosing me. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? I think we're just gonna have to maybe scrap. Um, my point distribution. Hmm. Hmm. Well, this is gonna be mildly frustrating, I believe. All right, give me one. All right, sorry about that. Just had to go grab another drink, and if we can't figure something. Hmm. All right, all right. No reason we can't get this. I don't. So whatever it is at the end has to be this. This has to equal 64, right? Then okay, and that will give us that. And then that can go to there. Because I made the mistake last time of being so focused on what I put in here that like it couldn't be anything else. Uh, so okay, and then so 44 plus 20 something equals 70 something. So if we just with let's start with some things. We're gonna do a minus there, right? That'll give me 0. It's either gonna be minus or divide, so it's either 0 or 1, and we can't know for sure until we start doing some stuff. But the only thing that we're like confident in right now is huh. Okay. So let's do, you have to be at least what, 26, right? That would get me to 70 on the dot. Oh, but it can't be that. Because okay, so it can't be that because they'll never have it be a 0 and a 1 thing. So then it has to be at least 27 to equal 71, right? Because otherwise, it'll be 0 and it'll be a single digit number with a 0 in the front. As we know from basic Nerdle, that it'll never do that. That's that. So then we have something by something equals a teen of some kind. Or something divided something. It's gotta be, even if this was minus, right? Because our options are either, I'm gonna put zeros here because it'll show them as red. So it can't be, this has to be a triple digit number, right? So this has to be divide. So, because if it's not, yeah, has to be divide. Like there's no other option for that one. Um, Only because it can't be minus. Obviously, it can't be multiply. So then what if we did, so 30 times what equals something with a teen or something. Let's try. What if we did 30 times 11 new? Because that will not give us 7 in the second spot. I will admit, because I'm not feeling great, I am cheating a little bit and I'm using a calculator for my math. And I do apologize for that. Uh, uh, so 30 into 570 would get me, is divisible by 30. And that will get me a 19 down here. Means that can work. It's either that or this will be, let's see. So it's either 19, at least right now, it's either 19 or 12. Because if this is a divide instead of a minus, this becomes 31 and this would become 12. And so what is, we could start with like 159. So we need a 4 at the end there, right? Because that's the only way that we get a 5 at the end. Anyways, this is the only way, right? This can be any fucking number, but the -4 has to be right. And so for here, we know at least what our answer is going to be. We know that's going to be something 84. And so either want x and a times here, or a times numbers. One of these is a multiplication. So hang on. This has to be a number, right? because if this is 2, 4, even if this is like 2, 4, 0, right? Like the bare minimum that could be, and we did division here, that doesn't equal a double digit number. So this has to be multiplication. And so this has to be a number then. So what gets us 84 at the end? Oh yes, the 6, it gets us the 4 at the end. What gets us an 8 though? So 9 times 6 is 54. So I need something that ends with a oh fuck, what am I thinking? A 3. So 9 times 2 is 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63. That's gonna be a 7, right? Because that would be 76 times 9 would be 684. And then this could be, no, hang on. This is right, which I have more faith in this than I do in this. But I have faith in this. This I'm a little hinky on. Because if I want a 1 to be here, this doesn't work. So this can't be a 1. No matter what, this is going to be, it has to be a minus. And so that's going to equal a, right? Because it's a 4. And that's got to be a dose. Which means, fuck. It used to have to be an even number. At the end will be multiplied by 4. So that means you have to be that, right? Because 84 minus 72 is going to be 12. So that means that you are that, right? 24 goes to 48. That becomes 48 divided by 24 is 2 times 4 is 8. That's still right. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 84 minus 72 is 12. And then, oh, well, let's just do some basic stuff here. 97 plus 8 is 1. Okay. All right, let's see how we do here. All right. So I think we did vertical last time, so we'll start horizontal here. And I'm going to get my calculator back out because I don't trust my brain right now for some of these. So 259 minus 4 is 255. That makes sense. That one I don't need a calculator for. 84 minus 72 is 12. Yep. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Okay. 9 minus 9 equals 0. So, right in my book. 44 plus 27 is 71. And 8 times 4 is 32. Times 2 is 64. Divided by 8 is 8. Okay. And 2 equals 2. Still true. 5. Calculate for this one. 570 divided by 30 is 19. Okay. And then 48 divided by 24. 48 divided by 24 is 2. Times 4 is 8. All right. So we should be good to go. This one was rough. And submit. Just 6 out of 6. How am I doing? Okay, I can play the previous ones. Ooh. What about for the other Nerdle game? If I go here, I know I still. I want to be an elite. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of extra stuff. Oh, you only get points. Like in my. See if we can't do. Here. I play starter, tricky, light. Right now. Let's see if we can't knock one of these out real quick. Equal. Shoot. Hang on. Uh, probably be maybe 78 minus 73 equals 5. 57 plus 8 equals, what would it be, 65, right? $78, 1 minus 69 equals 2. And I mean, like 7 plus 3 is 10. Minus 3, 7. 6 plus 8 equals 14. Minus 6. 21 plus 7. I don't know. 35. Is that right? Do a quick one. 71 minus 69 equals 2. Correct. 7 plus 3 is 10. Minus 3 is 7. 57 plus 8 equals 65. 28 plus 7 equals 35. 6 plus 8 is 14. Minus 6 is 8. 78 minus 73, 5. All right. Four points, right? Well, I think that's what we're going to call it for now. We're at what? 40 minutes is way bigger than a fun size bite. But I'm glad that we got that. That one was very tricky, but also really fun once things start to fall into place. I'm hoping to be better for next week. Yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, I guess, almost full size, fun size bite. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go back to laying down. But now that I know that I can go back and do previous games, we'll see. Oh, if I ever feel bad again, I might just kind of put that shit off. But I wanted to try this one out. Anyways, that is gonna do it for me. Have fun with math. Do more math stuff. It's fun. And I'll see you in the next one.